as some Kito'S and robbers, criminals, thought that they can always get away with terrorizing, blackmailing, and robbing queer people. Change, they say, is the only constant thing in life. And as we continue to fight, as we continue to defend our community, we will make sure we eradicate every criminal, both the ones that are with us, the ones that are part of our community, and the ones that are penetrating to our community. Joyful noise and joyful news. As an old news, this news is almost like 2 weeks old, but it's one news I want to bring to breaking news wahala. As some Kito'S and robbers, criminals, thought that they can always get away with terrorizing, blackmailing, and robbing queer people. I want to read this one because I want to be very sure how many they are. They say about 6 members, 6 Kito gang were raided by Nasarawa police. When we say police is your friend, at least this time we can confidently say police is our friend. These people have been terrorizing people. He says that these members, this 6 gang or these 6 Kito'S, as we normally call them, these 6 Kito'S, people who pretend to be gay people, go on gay app and set gay people, will threaten their victims, use weapons, use all manner of blackmail to threaten them, but kasala boss as information reached Nasarawa police station. And the police did not say, okay, they took action. Because we decided to make sure that we say enough is enough to Kito'S and sector in the Nigerian LGBTQ community. Thanks to Q Talk, thanks to NGOs, thanks to activists who have been speaking on this matter. 6 members of these gay people were paraded by the police through them. But the one thing I want to ask, and the one thing that's still in my mind, is how we try to cover up these dating apps that they use to lure queer people. We need to start mentioning names of these dating apps, because when you say a popular dating, are you talking about Grindr? Are you talking about Tinder? Are you talking about Jack D? Are you talking about Face? Which popular dating app? If it's Grindr, I've said this over and over again, and I'm appealing as a community leader, as an activist, as a nobody, but I'm appealing to Grindr, and I'm appealing to gay, or rather same-sex developers and same-sex CEOs that have this app. Your apps have been used to terrorize LGBTQ members in developing countries. You owe us and you owe our community only one thing: making sure that those apps are safe. If you do not know how to make those apps safe, here are just 2 or 3 methods of making your app safe. Make sure you verify the profiles that are on the apps. Let those profiles have a form of a government ID card. I know a lot of queer people in these developing countries are not comfortable with that, but when they see that these accounts are not verified, at least they can escape from the non-verified account. A lot, I think on one of the queer dating app, which I think is Scruff, does that. I also think Jack D does that, where they verify profiles. You verify profiles to make sure that these are real citizens, these are real people using, so that one or multiple set of people will not have different, numerous, anonymous user profiles, or profile users who use profile. So we know this, whoever is behind the account is verified or non-verified. The second thing you could do to make sure that you have been doing, which we acknowledge, is still remind people this place you're using this app is unsafe. Make sure you are not giving out vital information. Community members on your own, please make sure you are following the rules and the regulations this app are popping out and showing you when it comes to security measure. Thirdly, now you can also make sure that even if it's once in a month or once in 3 months or even on a daily, if somebody wants to open, let's say Grindr wants to open any of the same-sex app, they can scan. Uber does it. When you scan your face of your facial ID or your biometer, it shows that whoever opened that account is the one that is currently logged in that account and is the person currently. I know that yes, there will still be loopholes, but at least at the end of the whole day, we know that these apps, the same-sex apps, are taking the precaution to make sure our community is safe. Thirdly, talk to community members. We know that most of these people talk to known activists, but they are underground activists, or they are urban activists. They are activists in local places that people do know. Talk to this community. They will tell you activists that are truly standing for them, because most of them will talk to our big activists in Nigeria, and these big activists are after their belly. These big activists are after their financial gain. These big activists are looking for how they can exchange monetary values. But most of these activists, some of us truly care about this community. We will tell you how to help poor people in Korodu. We have to help even low, underground poor people in Lagos, in Port Harcourt, in Owerri, in Enugu. We will tell you all these things if you reach out to us. The thing is that you are reaching out to the wrong activists. You are reaching out to money-seeking activists. You are reaching out to selfish activists who think only about themselves. Now, this final advice is also to community members. Community members, there are steps you can take when you are going out. Please never go to see somebody you do not know, somebody you have not verified. We'll say this again. Share the person's picture. Check on Kito Diary. Kito Diary is doing a great job. I just want to say thank you to Kito Diary for keeping our community safe. Kito Diary is one person that can verify that if you go to Kito Diary, at least 98% of the people you see he tag Kito'S are Kito'S. Go to this profile, check sure that you are not chatting with anybody. Ask for picture. Do not only ask for sexual explicit pictures. Ask for facial pictures. Look at the pictures. If they say they've met community members before, ask them which person you don't sleep with, which person you don't fuck with, which person you don't hook with. Verify the people they say they have met. Ask them how their experiences were. Thirdly, when you are going out to meet a online date or a Grindr hookup or an online hookup, make sure you are not going out with your expensive vital information. You're not going out with your expensive phones. You're not going out with your ATM card. You're not going out with things that are vital to you. Fourth, tell people where you're going to. Tell your mother, tell your brother, tell your friends where you're going to. Give them the location. If you get missing for a day, you get missing for 2 days, they can go to that location and demand for your whereabouts. When you find yourself in an unsafe environment, you've seen you have been killed, do not raise alarm, because you do not know that environment. They may be Agada, they may even be area boys in that place that are cooperating and working with them. One thing you need to do is cooperate with your Kito'S. If they ask you to pay any amount of money, pay amount of money, but make sure you are paying with bank accounts where you can trace them. It's very important. If you are paying through your bank account, if your mom is paying through, make sure they are paying through a solid, trusted transaction or transfer where they can trace their account number. Every account in Nigeria, every account in the world has a trackable identity number. The banks know how they will do that. With that information, once you have gotten out from that place, they are going to threaten you. But go back to the police, report what has happened to you, give them these informations you need. Go to NGOs. Happiest ones is there. Cream de la Cream is there. You guys know the NGOs in Nigeria. Go to your NGOs which are reliable. Tell them what has happened to you. Show them screenshot. It is important you have screenshot. It's important you have proof, and they will talk with their legal counsel. The legal counsel will tell you how to rearrange your story, because it is very important. Being homosexual in Nigeria is still illegal against the law. So the legal counsel will counsel you on how to restructure your story, and when you restructure your story, then they will help you go to the police. The first advice I made. So go to the NGOs, meet the legal counsel. They will help you restructure your story. Then you can go with the NGOs and go with the legal counsel to report these matters. You can still receive justice even in a country like Nigeria, but you can only receive this justice when you open your mouth and talk, when you write to people that care about you, when you're able to give people proof. Don't sit down and say, I was Kito though, where did they Kito you? You don't know the location, you don't know, show us pictures, show us proof. Nothing. Make sure you are taking precautions. Make sure you are saving data in case you need them. And finally, like I've said it always again, if you ever travel abroad or you're seeking for asylum or help, these things you have, this evidence you have, will help you to be able to seek for asylum in a new country where homosexual is legal, and will also help organizations like us who are in developing country and countries where LGBTQ same-sex marriage is legal, to help fight, to help protect not just you but also the community in this unsafe country. And I remain Chimereze Henry Ahunaya. Like I said, make sure you take safety. Safety should be your number one priority. A recap of the news: 6 Kito'S who thought they can get away with assaulting, harassing and extorting from queer people were apprehended by Nasarawa Police Command. I'm not going to mention their name on this news, but their names will be under this or will be on the screen or underneath the description of this video. They have been apprehended, and this should show community members we can get the justice we deserve, and make sure you take safety as your priority. Peace out, and this has been Q Real Talk Breaking News Wahala.